See it, stuff like that, it's stuff we move if we see a snake.
All this wood?
Yeah. And I can guarantee you there is a snake under that.
Yeah.
Somewhere, but until we actually see one, we won't move it. I'm Richard Luna. I'm with Rattlesnake Hunters in Texoma. This is my son, Jay Massey, and my brother, Charles Luna. Basically, if we get a call for a removal, you can call us. We'll show up, remove that snake from the property, and re-release it. It's mostly for child safety because most kids have no idea what a good snake is or a bad snake.
The biggest thing is to help the safety of the elderly, the kids, and things, because not everybody likes snakes. And even myself, when you come up on a snake and you're not prepared for it, it still will give you a little bit of spook. But other than that, you know, it's one of those things. I'm not scared of them, but I have a very healthy respect for the rattlesnakes at the same time.
Get in there, Trish.
Yes, we do check inside because they can get in there. It's not pretty, but...
Okay, we'll get into the tree.
Oh, yeah. If it's dark, it's cool, they'll get in it. And a lot of times we'll stomp on it because just the vibration will get them to rattle and give us an idea if there's one under it. The best snake prevention is keep your grass mowed as short as you can get it, and all debris, send it to the dump ground. Don't throw it in the backyard because that's what they look for. The high grass, the debris attracts rodents. Snakes are going to follow that. So if you eliminate those two things, you eliminate rats and mice, which means, you know, you eliminate the snakes. We go to some of the nastiest areas you can think of. Vertical slopes, lots of trees, high grass, and basically all we carry is a bucket, a hoe, and some tongs. We wear gaiters, of course, you know, for snake bite, or high boots. But other than that, it's kind of just go as you are.
So when you turn something over and you find it, it immediately starts running away, or does it just kind of sit there and look at you?
Normally it'll stay curled up for a while until it decides, hey, it's getting hot, I gotta go. I mean, it's just like us in the middle of summer. We're gonna look for shade, no matter what.
We turned over a 2x3 and was letting his youngest son, catch them. And like a 2x3 piece of plywood, and it was sort of angled, like a triangle. And he pulled 3 snakes out of there that had no problems. He was across the fence, but able to reach and grab them. And, you know, they didn't take off anywhere fast or anything like that. So.
It's a lot of walking, a lot of checking under cover. You never want to pass, let's say there's a pile of brush or a pile of tin, you don't want to pass that up. There could be a snake under there, so it takes a lot of digging for it. Sometimes you get lucky and you can flip one piece of tin and find a snake. Sometimes you have to dig through 4 miles of tin just to find one snake.
Yep.
So it's a hit and miss thing.
And his first hunt, we actually tore walls out of this house. And they were in the walls from the floor to the ceiling.
Was there anyone living in this house?
No, it's an abandoned house. Yes.
And a lot of people left trash and old clothes
But-
and dead springs, and that's what those snakes love.
But we do have another house in Electra. He's fought them for over a year in the house trying to get them out. And the only way to do it is tear the walls out and don't give them no cover.
What is this?
It's
the storage
just a
shed?
storage shed.
Okay.
But when we come in, we check everything. Do you need me to move this out over some? No, it's fine. Let me have the light.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I feel like there's snakes everywhere. Oh, it's kind of hot in here though.
Yeah. Yes. But you can see where the mice and rats have been in here.
Yeah.
Them snakes have come in right in after them.
Uh-huh.
This one looks clear here. Oh, sorry about that.
Rattlesnakes
Yes.
are very misunderstood. You know, I believe they're very misunderstood, you know, creatures. You know, a rattlesnake doesn't know, hey, this is a kid's toy I'm hiding under. A rattlesnake doesn't know, hey, you know, someone's going to come out this door and I'm going to bite them. You know, they don't know that. They see a shade spot or something they can hide under. And it's, I think, my belief is people, you know, underestimate these snakes. And they're misinformed about these snakes.
Right.
You know, you ever heard the old saying, don't underestimate your opponent? Never underestimate a rattlesnake of what they can and can't do.
Yep.
Because that's when mistakes are made, when you underestimate one of them. And that's when you can get bit.
Something I would like to point out is a lot of people driving down the road, they'll see a snake crossing the road. 9 times out of 10, it is not a venomous snake. Normally, it is a bull snake or a chicken snake. Do not run over them. These snakes eat rattlesnakes. I mean, they're rattlesnake control. But people see it and it's a snake, I gotta run over it. You know, and that's crazy.
I think a lot of people should be more informed of, you know, rattlesnakes and bull snakes and snakes in general that's in our area, because a lot of people are killing, you know, bull snakes because they think, hey, it looks like a rattlesnake, so
Exactly.
it must be a rattlesnake. Bull snakes are non-venomous. Yes, they'll still bite you, but they're what's killing the rattlesnake. They're helping you, and people don't see that. People are saying, oh, it looks like a rattlesnake, I got to kill it.
And it does sound like a rattlesnake rattling its tail, warning you. And it's just its way of making itself sound bigger and better. And of course, a rat snake or a chicken snake, whichever one you want to call it, they will do the same thing. I don't know why anybody called them chicken snake, except that they like to get around the coop because they are not scared of anything.
And the best thing to do is try not to identify a snake by yourself. You know, a lot of people say, look at the eyes of a snake. Well, I don't think you're going to personally get close enough to a snake to look at its eyes. Personally, I think you should still contact a professional, game wardens, or anything else, and they can come out and properly identify it.
And if you do have a question about it, there is a site on Facebook. It's called What Snake Is This? And they actually have certified herpetologists. They can look at a picture and tell you exactly what kind of snake it is, eastern, western, common, and normally within 10 minutes of you asking.
So, just for a regular person who's not like a rattlesnake hunter, if you see a snake, what should you do?
Give it its distance.
Yep.
Yeah?
Give the snake its distance, because rattlesnakes, if given the opportunity, will slither away. If they will only strike someone or something if they feel like that is a last-ditch effort. If they feel they're threatened enough, or you've gotten close enough, they will strike you. So just give the snake its distance. You know, call a professional. You know, call your local game warden or your police department and let them know, and then they can come out and handle it.
We'll call you guys.
Exactly.
So when it's cooler, you'd normally come out here during the day and look around?
Yes. Yeah, right now it's so hot that, boy, these blister bugs are bad out here. All right, you're clear. And we always try to put everything back, because if you find a snake there, you'll find another one. So it's better to know where they're at instead of, you know, just completely uprooting it.
Charles?
And say this is a storage place, but they do have access to get from the outside to the inside. But small ones can get under a door, but there's places along the edge that start getting weathered.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for the last couple of years, there has been a lot more rattlesnakes. And that's from the past 3 years, you know, there's been an influx of rodents because the rains have finally showed back up. Well, you get more rodents, eventually you're going to get more snakes. And so, yeah, and they're non-discriminatory about where they end up. They're going to end up in town, under your house, in your house. Need a spotlight?
Not seeing anything.
So how many times have y'all been to this house?
About 3 times. 4. Yeah, 3 or 4. This is just a hobby. We enjoy doing it, you know, and it's a good way to stay out of the house. You know, most people want to go home and vegetate. Not us. We was raised country kids, get out, tip cows, and work, and just keep doing what you're doing.